When we look back in history, do I really want to say it? Trans women were fighting the fight for LGBTQ. They were on the front lines of getting equality for us all, and then it just seems like, poof, that doesn't matter anymore, and then we're being come after by people like this. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Alexis Blake. I am a trans woman and I share my life stories and opinions on social media. Slightly different video today, but also the same as what we normally do, if that makes sense. So we're going to be talking about Pamela Anderson, obviously a beautiful woman, but there is a few viral trending things at the moment that are stating Pamela Anderson, the famous actress, not wearing makeup equals transphobia. Let's dig into that and my opinion on it, shall we? First things first, let's do a little bit of a backstory on Pamela Anderson herself. Pamela Anderson, super famous. What most of us know her from is Baywatch. Stunning, beautiful, beautiful woman. I've watched her documentary. It was so interesting. I love Pamela Anderson. I think she's fabulous. I just love her so much. So in recent years, Pamela has decided to step out onto red carpets and fashion week and things like that with no makeup on, looking absolutely flawless, incredible, stunning, beautiful. From what I've seen, I've only been like presenting as this person for 3 years, but I do feel more pressure now to wear makeup, obviously, because men aren't pressured to wear makeup, but I don't leave the house without makeup on. That's a mixture of how I feel and how I feel like I'm expected to look. I don't know. And I think Pamela just got sick of that expectation and having to put all of that makeup on, and she just wanted to be a natural self. And don't get me wrong, she looks absolutely flawless. And I love that for her. Why not? I think we should have more people in the spotlight, more celebrities not wearing makeup, just to sort of normalise it, because there's almost a stigma around it. And I don't want to feel like I'm mansplaining makeup to women. Like, that's the last thing I ever would want to do. It's just something I've observed and how I've sort of been made to feel by society. I think that would sort of work. Because when I've not wore as much makeup, I've been asked if I'm unwell. That was so weird. Anyway, let's watch this video. So, Pamela recently went to an award show wearing a white gown, beautiful Hollywood waves, blonde hair, no makeup. And in my opinion, she looked gorgeous. However, someone has taken that to be transphobic. I don't, like, we'll watch the video how they made, or they've made that link, but I'm struggling to see it myself. But I'm going to listen. I'm going to try and understand where this creator's coming from, and if I can sort of see where the link would be with that. Let's dig into it. 3, 2, 1, here we go, y'all.
I need y'all to see the inherent transphobia and thus anti-blackness that is embedded within this compliment. The excitement around Pamela Anderson not wearing makeup at a time where anti-trans legislation and transphobia is heightened. I need you to get that this is also signaling Pamela Anderson is a real woman. Look, she doesn't even have to wear makeup. And she doesn't have to wear makeup. And when she does it, she's ethereal doing it.
We're going to pause it there and I'm going to give my opinion on the video so far. I want to mainly focus on the trans element of it because I feel like it's not my place to discuss the sort of race element with the ethereal connotations. But all I will say is that the ethereal comment with a beautiful white woman wearing a white gown, I can see how that connotations can link more towards systemic sort of internalized racism than transphobia. I'm struggling to see the link here. A woman not wearing makeup isn't a woman saying, I'm a real woman, trans women aren't real women. That to me is a huge leap. And like the article title, like I don't personally feel like, if I'd have just read the article, I'd have been like, she looks gorgeous, love that for Pamela. I would not have made any link whatsoever personally with what that content creator was saying. Of course, I know in America there is a lot of anti-trans things going on right now. Not going to go too much into the politics because I'm not as well educated as many other people on different apps who can talk about politics far better than me. But I do want to take a moment to sort of acknowledge that, and I agree with her and I understand that part of the video. There is some bad stuff going on. But to make that link for, I just can't, I'm struggling, and I try and relate to people and I try and understand where other people are coming from and where their brain could have gone. And with one element, the race element, I can see that link a little bit more, but I can't see the link for transphobia. I'm really sorry, really can't. Let's watch the rest of the video.
This is Elle also calling Pamela Anderson, Ethereal. And then I saw it again, and that may make you think, well, this can't be transphobia. Queerty is calling Dylan Mulvaney ethereal as well. And we know Dylan Mulvaney is a trans woman. So I was like, that's interesting. What is the definition of ethereal? Extremely delicate and light in a way that seems too perfect for this world. See, the gag is anti-blackness and transphobia are intrinsically linked. Okay? So whenever you see the presence of transphobia, anti-blackness is deeply embedded. Because when you look at how Cynthia Erivo's outfit was described last night, Elle, who also said that Pamela Anderson was ethereal, described Cynthia Erivo as the chicest Tin Man. Not ethereal here. A man. See that?
Okay, let's unpack that. Just to play sort of devil's advocate to what this creator was saying, when she was talking about the definition of ethereal, the word white being used, I feel like, was it used because Pamela and Dylan were both wearing white dresses? Could that have been it? Because you have a trans woman described as ethereal, because you kind of... What I'm trying to say is she's contradicted herself, because she's saying Pamela Anderson is being called ethereal because she's a biological woman and not trans and white. But then we've got Dylan Mulvaney, who is a trans woman wearing white and still ethereal. So it kind of contradicted the point of itself. I can see the final link, what she was saying a little bit more. I do understand that a little bit more. One thing I do want to say about the Cynthia Erivo reference though, Cynthia Erivo was recently and very famously in Wicked. She was wearing a silver dress. Of course they're going to make a Tin Man Wicked reference. Why wouldn't they? I get that and it makes sense, and I don't even think Cynthia Erivo would have found that offensive because it's linking to the recent incredible, phenomenal work that she's just done on an incredible, amazing movie. So I get that link. I wonder if Cynthia was wearing white, would the word ethereal have been used? That would be interesting to me. I think that's more interesting, but I don't know. I personally don't see the link to transphobia. We do have someone else to react to. This is a guy, and he's looking at this video, but I'm not a huge fan of his reaction, I'm going to be honest, because I'm not agreeing with that content creator, but I'm trying to see where they're coming from. But this person is tearing down trans women, he's tearing down this content creator, and I'm not here for it. But we're going to watch it together to sort of conclude the video.
She doesn't have...
You get it! Pamela Anderson is a real woman. She didn't have to cut out anything. She is a real woman. With or without makeup, Pamela Anderson is a real woman. So when you say it's signaling that, no baby, that's just what it is. That's just the tea. And if we're gonna be so for real, I'm glad that you see it too, because nobody said that. First of all, before we even play the rest of this clownery, because I actually haven't watched the full clip, I saw it just up until this point, and I was like, oh, she's the goofy of the day. Because come on, be so for real. Be so for real. Nobody in that article is talking about trans women. Y'all make it about these chicks with with attachments all the time. Be so for real. And then you have these celebrities who talk about, oh, trans people are not invisible, the trans erasure, trans visibility. All you do is talk about them. We have no choice but to see them. Okay? So let a real woman cook. Bruh. Let a real woman be a real woman in her natural state. And this is so anti-feminism, mind you. You're mad at her because she's being told that she looks beautiful without makeup. You are the opposite of a girl's girl. You're a man's girl. And that's all I got to say about that part.
No, I don't want to watch anymore. It's okay, right. Calm. Of course, I understand that trans women and biological women are different. I always like to start by saying that. Just to put that on the table. But he kept saying real women, the aggression that was coming out. It was just, to be quite blunt, it was really gross and uncomfortable to watch. Those opinions, I'm going to say something here that's maybe a bit controversial, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I believe this to be a gay man, and when we look back in history, do I really want to say it? Trans women were fighting the fight for LGBTQ. They were on the front lines of getting equality for us all. And then it just seems like, poof, that doesn't matter anymore. And then we're being come after by people like this. When he was saying that Pamela Anderson Okay, let me rephrase that. So he was making out, the content creator was sort of reviewing this, was looking at the storylines and they were making their connections there. They weren't sort of slating Pamela Anderson for not wearing makeup. They didn't say anything negative about Pamela Anderson not wearing makeup. But he then says, you're a man's man. You're not a woman's woman. You're not a feminist. Again, making these links and false things. Like, it was just making things up. I didn't agree with that content creator at all. But I didn't react like that. I didn't make stuff up to make my point more valuable. And then he just got gross when he was talking about some trans women not having the surgery. It just deduces us down to one single surgery, and trans women are so much more than that. I'm actually a little bit mad about this content creator. I might react to him again in the future. There was just no need. There's no need. And I think to have some empathy for what people go through, like not just trans people, like being a human being's hard. I'm sure he's had struggles in his life, but to deduce a whole minority down to that single thing is grotesque, because there are many phenomenal trans women. And coming from someone who I'm sure has experienced being belittled and bullied and singled out for being a minority, while sexuality and skin colour, it's kind of an uncomfortable watch for me in that element of it as well. It just sort of comes across as I'm better than everyone, I'm better than trans people, and it's just not nice to see. But I didn't even agree like with the original creator, that's the thing, like, I don't know. Sorry if I went on a bit of a rant towards the end there, but it really got under my skin how he was speaking about, like, we're people. We're just people. All we want, the trans agenda, is literally for us to live our life. We just want to live our lives and just be people in the world existing. But he had to take it somewhere really dark, and I'm not a fan. What do you think below? Do you agree with me or disagree with me? I'm always interested. I'm always open to learning and developing and growing my knowledge, because we should always be open to learning more, I personally believe. So please comment below what you think on what we just watched below. Do you think that the word ethereal and Pamela not wearing makeup, is that transphobic? And do you think, same question again, but do you think there is some sort of racism within there as well? I'm inclined yes on the second, towards yes, but no on the first. That's where I am. And then his video, we're just going to leave that there. But let me know what you thought below. If you did enjoy this kind of content, please do like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I post 2 videos a week. And then me and my partner Liam also have a podcast called The Blake Debate, where we read your emails. We talk about lots and lots of different things. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said, please comment your thoughts below. I just spat. Did you see that on the camera? I hope you didn't see that. I will read as many comments as possible. And wait, I've lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I can't remember. Anyway, I can't remember what I was saying. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next one. Bye. Bye.